Has your beloved dog ever mistaken your favorite uh, Italian leather shoes for a new chew toy?
Oh, definitely seen that one.
Or perhaps your usually pristine cat prefers shredding the arm of your, antique armchair to their perfectly good scratching post.
The classic.
We've all been there, and it's a special kind of frustration, isn't it?
It really is.
Beyond the mess, it can feel like your furry friend is purposefully working against your peace of mind or your home decor budget.
Yeah, it feels personal sometimes, even though it really is.
But here's the powerful truth. Most challenging pet behaviors aren't random acts of defiance, nor are they about malice. They almost always have understandable roots, deep reasons why our pets are doing what they do.
Exactly, there's a why behind it.
And with the right approach, a bit of patience, and most importantly, consistency, these seemingly stubborn habits can absolutely be guided towards better, more harmonious
That
interactions.
consistency piece is huge.
Today, we're taking a true deep dive into understanding and solving those tricky pet behavior challenges. We'll peel back the layers on common behaviors in both cats and dogs, offering effective, positive solutions that truly benefit everyone in the household.
Sounds good.
If you're ready to unlock the secrets to a more peaceful coexistence with your pet, you are absolutely in the right place. And while you're here, make sure you hit that subscribe button and leave us a comment. Your engagement really helps us keep bringing you these deep dives, tailored just for you.
Yeah, we love hearing from you all.
Okay, let's unpack this. Before we can even begin to think about fixing unwanted behaviors, we have to grasp the fundamental why behind them. When our pets act out what's often truly at the root of their so-called bad habits, it's rarely just to annoy us, right?
You've hit on the crucial first step.
Yeah.
You're right, unwanted behaviors are almost never random acts of defiance. They nearly always stem from core needs or underlying issues that the pet is trying to communicate, cope with, or fulfill.
Yeah.
Think of it as their way of speaking to us, even if the message is, well, inconvenient.
Right.
One of the most common reasons, and one that's often overlooked, is simply boredom or a profound lack of mental and physical stimulation.
So an underexercised Labrador isn't just chewing your sofa for fun. They might be turning it into a giant, satisfying chew toy out of sheer unspent energy and a desperate need for something to do.
Precisely. Especially high-energy breeds, they need that outlet.
That really puts a different spin on it. What else could be driving these behaviors that seem so frustrating to us?
Well, beyond boredom, anxiety or fear is an immense factor.
Okay.
Consider scenarios like separation anxiety, where a dog might destroy things when left alone because they're genuinely distressed.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Or a fear of loud noises like thunderstorms or fireworks, which can manifest as excessive vocalization, sudden accidents, or a pet hiding themselves away more than usual. These are coping mechanisms.
So they're reacting to feeling unsafe.
Exactly. Their world feels unsafe, and they're reacting to that internal stress. Sometimes past trauma can also surface years later as behavioral changes.
And sometimes the why is even simpler or perhaps far more serious than we initially assume, making it easy to misinterpret.
Absolutely. And this is a critical point that cannot be stressed enough. Any sudden, unexplained change in a pet's behavior, whether it's new accidents in the house, a sudden onset of aggression, unusual hiding, or even a sudden shift in appetite or energy always warrants an immediate vet visit.
Always. First stop.
Medical issues, from a urinary tract infection to dental pain or even developing neurological conditions, should always be the very first thing you rule out before you assume it's purely behavioral. It's not just recommended. It should be your absolute first step every time.
That's such a vital piece of advice. It's so easy for us as pet owners to get frustrated and jump to conclusions thinking our pet is being spiteful. But a quick trip to the vet could reveal a simple, treatable underlying health problem that's causing the behavior. It shifts our perspective from anger to empathy.
Precisely. It changes everything. And often, once a medical issue is ruled out, we look at the fundamentals. Sometimes pets simply haven't learned what's expected of them because of a lack of consistent training or clear boundary.
They don't just know the rules.
Exactly. They don't inherently know our human rules. If expectations haven't been consistently taught and reinforced, or if the rules change from person to person in the household, they can't be blamed for not following them.
That makes sense.
And finally, a subtle but powerful driver: attention-seeking. Pets can quickly learn that even negative behaviors, like jumping on guests or barking incessantly, will get them attention from us, even if it's scolding or yelling.
Ah, so even bad attention is attention.
And for some pets, negative attention is still attention, and it's preferable to being ignored. They just want interaction.
Okay, so we've unpacked these fundamental reasons why pets might develop challenging behaviors. Now, what does this all mean for those specific behaviors that really test our patience? How do these underlying whys, like boredom or attention seeking, directly inform our solutions for, say, constant barking or chewing up the furniture?
Right.
Let's dive into some common challenges and their effective positive solutions.
Let's start with a classic. Excessive barking in dogs or persistent meowing in cats.
Okay, the noisy ones.
The first step, as we discussed, is identifying the true trigger. Is it boredom, genuine anxiety, attention-seeking, or are they attempting to alert or warn you about something?
Gotta figure out the why first.
Exactly. If it's boredom or attention-seeking, your strategy needs to be two-pronged. First, significantly increase their physical exercise and provide mental enrichment through puzzle toys or interactive feeders. A tired, mentally stimulated pet is a quieter pet.
Makes sense. Tire them out.
Second, and crucially, you must not reward the vocalization with any form of attention. Instead, ignore the barking or meowing
Yeah.
until there's even a momentary pause, a brief silence.
Just wait for that quiet moment.
The instant they are quiet, immediately reward that quiet with praise, a treat, or a favorite toy. You're literally training them that quiet gets them what they want.
That's tough because our instinct is often to immediately try and quiet them, maybe by saying no or shushing.
Right, the shh.
But you're saying that can actually reinforce the behavior if they're seeking attention. It's like, aha, I bark and I get a response.
Precisely. You've just taught them barking works to get you engaged. What about if it's anxiety-driven vocalization? Perhaps a dog terrified of thunderstorms.
Yeah, what then?
For anxiety-driven vocalization, that's where consulting a vet or a professional certified trainer is highly recommended.
Get the experts involved.
Yes. Solutions here might involve calming aids, perhaps even medication in severe cases, alongside increased structured exercise and critically desensitization training.
Desensitization. How does that work exactly?
It involves carefully and gradually exposing your pet to their trigger, be it a recording of a thunderstorm or the sight of a person in a hat at a very low intensity, while pairing it with highly positive experiences like their favorite treats.
So little bits of the scary thing plus good stuff.
Exactly. The goal is to slowly build their tolerance and confidence, effectively changing their emotional response to the trigger over time.
Okay.
And if they're genuinely warning you about something, like the mail carrier, acknowledge their warning, perhaps a calm, "thank you for telling me," then investigate the perceived threat. Once you've investigated, immediately redirect their attention to a quiet, incompatible activity.
So you acknowledge it, but don't let it escalate.
You're validating their communication, but not allowing the barking to become the default response.
Okay. Building on that crucial idea of providing appropriate outlets for natural behaviors, let's turn our attention to a challenge that often hits us where it hurts. Our furniture, our shoes, our very home decor.
Yep.
We're talking about destructive chewing for dogs and inappropriate scratching for cats. My favorite running shoes have definitely volunteered for this particular training exercise.
Ah, yes, the classic household battle, a familiar story. For both dogs and cats, the solution revolves around two key principles: providing ample, appealing alternatives and consistent redirection.
Alternatives and redirection. Got it.
For dogs, this means offering a variety of appropriate chew toys with varied textures, durability levels, and even scents. Think rubber, nylon, soft, hard.
Mix it up.
And here's a pro tip.
Mhm.
Rotate these toys. Novelty is a huge motivator, keeping their interest peaked.
Oh, interesting. Like kids with toys.
Exactly. And did you know that sometimes destructive chewing isn't just boredom, but a way for dogs to self-soothe when they're stressed or experiencing separation anxiety?
Back to the anxiety link.
Understanding the why helps you pick the right chew and the right strategy. For cats, you need an arsenal of scratching posts in different configurations: vertical, horizontal, angled, and made from various materials like sisal, cardboard, or even carpet. Offer choices.
So lots of options for the cat, too.
Absolutely. When your pet inevitably starts chewing or scratching inappropriately, the key is not to scold, but to gently interrupt them and immediately redirect them to an acceptable item.
Okay, gentle interruption.
The moment they engage with that appropriate item, lavish them with praise, treats, or petting. You're teaching them what to do, not just what not to do.
So if my cat even looks at the arm of the sofa, I gently move them to the sisal post, and as soon as they put a paw on it, they get that jackpot reward.
Exactly. You want to make the right choice far more rewarding than the wrong one. That's positive reinforcement in action.
Okay.
While you're in this training phase, It's also vital to proactively manage their environment. Pet-proof your home.
Management is key.
Use baby gates to block off tempting areas or temporarily remove valuable tempting items.
Er,
For dogs, a safe, comfortable crate can be invaluable for short periods of unsupervised time, giving them a den-like space where they learn to relax without destructive tendencies.
a safe space, not a punishment.
Precisely. And circling back to our earlier point, reiterate the absolute need for enough physical exercise and, crucially, mental stimulation. A mentally exhausted pet is far less likely to resort to boredom-driven destruction.
Makes sense. Let's talk about house training accidents for dogs or litter box avoidance for cats. These can feel like huge setbacks, causing a lot of stress for both pet and owner, and frankly, a lot of cleanup.
They absolutely can, and they're one of the most common reasons people seek professional help. As with any sudden behavioral change, a medical checkup with the vet is always the absolutely non-negotiable first step.
Rule out medical first, always.
You must rule out any underlying health issues. Once that's cleared, for dogs, it's often about going back to basics, as if they were a new puppy.
Back to square one sometime?
Pretty much. This means reestablishing a strict potty schedule, taking them out first thing in the morning, after meals, after waking from naps, and before bed consistently.
Consistency again.
And here's the crucial part. Provide immediate, high-value rewards for success outside. Think tiny, delicious treats the moment they finish their business.
Instant reward for going outside.
Yes. Close supervision indoors is key, so you can interrupt and redirect them outside the instant you see signs they might be about to have an accident.
Catch them before it happens.
Exactly. And for cats and their litter boxes, this is a realm where the nuances can truly surprise pet owners because it seems like there are so many variables at play that can lead to avoidance.
It's more than just providing a box, isn't it?
Oh, it's an intricate science, truly. Cats are incredibly particular creatures, and overlooking even small details can lead to big problems.
Okay, what are we talking about here?
First, cleanliness is paramount. Scoop daily, ideally twice a day, and clean the entire litter box thoroughly with mild, unscented soap weekly. No harsh chemicals.
Daily scooping. Got it.
Second, quantity matters. The general rule is 1 litter box per cat plus 1 extra. So for 2 cats, you need 3 litter boxes.
The N+1 rule.
That's the one. This N+1 rule isn't arbitrary. It reduces competition, provides choices, and is crucial for a cat's sense of security, which is often overlooked even by experienced multi-cat households.
Reduces stress between cats too, maybe.
Absolutely. Third, location is crucial. Boxes need to be in quiet, accessible, non-threatening spots, not next to the noisy washing machine or in a high-traffic hallway.
Quiet and safe spots.
Fourth, litter type. Experiment with unscented clumping litter. It's often preferred over-scented or non-clumping varieties. Cats have sensitive noses.
Unscented is usually better.
Generally, yes. And finally, box type. Ensure the size is large enough for them to comfortably turn around and consider whether a lid or lack thereof is comfortable. Some cats prefer open boxes, others like privacy. You might need to offer both.
It's fascinating how much detailed consideration goes into even something as seemingly simple as a litter box.
It really is.
These small details, when ignored, can make a huge difference in a cat's comfort and willingness to use it. It's a prime example of how understanding their perspective changes everything.
Absolutely. And, if you're finding these detailed insights valuable for your pet and your home, remember to subscribe to our channel and share your own experiences in the comment section below.
Yeah, definitely.
We love hearing from you and connecting with our community of pet parents.
I really do.
Now, onto a very serious topic that demands our immediate attention and a clear, responsible approach. Aggression in dogs and cats.
This can be a truly frightening experience for owners, leaving them feeling helpless and sometimes unsafe.
It is, and it's critical that we address it head-on. Any form of aggression, whether it's growling, biting, lunging, persistent hissing, or scratching with clear intent to harm, requires the immediate guidance of a certified professional dog trainer, a certified animal behaviorist, or ideally a veterinary behaviorist.
So don't try to fix this yourself.
Please don't. This is not a situation for DIY solutions found on long. It is crucial for the safety of both your pet and everyone around them, and for the effective long-term resolution of the behavior.
Okay, what will a professional do?
A professional will help you scientifically identify and understand precisely what triggers the aggression, whether it's fear, resource guarding.
Resource guarding, like guarding food or toys.
Exactly. Guarding items like food, toys, sleeping spots, or even specific people. Or It could be territoriality, protecting their perceived space. They will then develop a safe management and behavior modification plan tailored specifically to your pet's unique situation.
So this isn't something to try and tackle on your own with general tips from the internet. This sounds like it requires specialized expert intervention.
It absolutely does. And here's another critical, often counterintuitive point for owners dealing with aggression.
Never punish aggression.
Never punish it. Why not? Isn't that teaching them it's wrong?
While your instinct might be to scold, yell, or physically correct an aggressive pet, punishing them can actually make the problem far worse.
Because punishment teaches the pet to suppress their warning signs, that growl, that hiss, that subtle stiffening. If you punish the growl, the dog learns that growling is bad, not that the reason they felt the need to growl is being addressed.
Ah, so they stop warning you.
Exactly. So the next time they feel threatened, they might skip the growl and go straight to a bite without warning. You're taking away their crucial communication, making them potentially more dangerous and unpredictable in the long run.
Wow, okay. That makes sense.
A professional focuses on understanding and changing the underlying emotional state, the why behind the aggression, not just suppressing the outward signs.
So we've covered the why behind these behaviors and delved into specific challenges. It feels like there's an overarching philosophy, a common thread uniting all these solutions. From quiet training to litter box finesse, what is that unifying principle?
You've noticed the consistent thread, and it's the profound power of positive
No,
reinforcement.
positive reinforcement. Tell us more.
Instead of reacting to unwanted behavior with punishment, the core principle is to proactively focus on rewarding and reinforcing the behaviors you do want to see.
Focus on the good stuff.
It's about teaching them clearly what to do, rather than just scolding them for what they shouldn't. You need to actively catch them being good.
Catch them being good. I like that.
Pay close attention and reward your pets when they're making good choices, when your dog calmly lies down instead of jumping on guests, or your cat is contentedly using their scratching post instead of your sofa. Those rewards can be praise, a favorite treat, or gentle petting, whatever motivates them.
So it's about actively looking for and celebrating the good, rather than just reacting to the bad. That's a significant shift in mindset for many of us.
It's precisely the paradigm shift we advocate, transforming reactive discipline into proactive guidance. And consistency is absolutely non-negotiable.
There's that word again, consistency.
Everyone in the household must apply the same rules and the same rewards. If one person lets the dog jump on them while another scolds, the dog becomes confused and your training efforts are undermined. That inconsistency is a major cause of behavioral issues.
Everyone needs to be on the same page.
Absolutely. Finally, remember that training isn't just about structured, formal sessions. You should integrate positive reinforcement into your daily interactions.
So not just 10 minutes of training time.
No. Every moment, every calm interaction, every good choice they make is a teaching opportunity. This makes the bond stronger, more fluid, and less like a chore. It becomes part of your relationship.
It truly sounds like understanding the why behind our pets' actions and then consistently positively rewarding the good behaviors is the most effective and compassionate pathway to a happier home and a deeper, more trusting relationship with our furry companions. It's about empathy, clarity, and consistency.
It absolutely is. By understanding the root causes of your pet's challenging behaviors and applying these consistent positive solutions, you'll not only resolve those frustrating issues, but also profoundly deepen the bond of trust and affection you share.
That's the ultimate goal, isn't it?
It really is. It might take time and dedicated effort, and certainly a generous amount of patience, but the reward of a well-adjusted, confident, and happy companion who understands their role in your family is truly priceless.
We've covered a lot today, unraveling some common mysteries behind pet behavior. Now, we'd love to hear from you. What's one specific behavior you're currently working on with your pet, or perhaps a challenge you've overcome using some of these positive methods?
Yeah, share your stories.
We'd love to hear your stories and challenges in the comments below. Thank you for joining us for this deep dive. If you found this discussion helpful, please subscribe to the deep dive for more insights like these, and don't forget to share your thoughts and questions.
Your engagement really does help.
It really does. Your engagement helps us continue to produce meaningful content, specifically designed to help you become more well-informed. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep building those amazing bonds with your furry friends.